Hello, Miss Kleeman. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to do a little bit of a quick lesson for you on the ukulele, just to kind of show you some stuff that we would have worked on this week. I understand that you couldn't be here today, but if you could still get to the uke practice for next week, that would be awesome. I know that we worked a lot last week on kind of separating our thumb from our index finger picking. We did those exercises. That was thumb, 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 index, and then same thing on one string. Continuing on with those exercises, I know you still have that paper. And whatever chord progression we wrote on that is totally fine. For today's lesson, though, we're going to talk a little bit more about strumming exercises and just kind of getting the hand used to doing some different motions. Now, just for the sake of today's video, the three chords I'm going to be using, it'll be in a 4-chord sequence, but it's only 3 chords. It's going to be G, or F, C, and then we'll go right back to the G. And all we're going to do is I'm going to introduce to you some basic strumming patterns. I will send you a copy of the sheet that has all this written out for you that helps to explain it. And then if you have any other questions, we'll kind of take a look at it a little bit more next week. But all right, looking at the first exercise, this is pretty standard. So if we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, essentially all we're doing here is a downstroke on each number. Sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty easy. Let's put it in play with some chord transitions now. Again, we're going to go G, F, C, and back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's exercise number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. This one gets a little bit tricky because now we're playing up strokes on the and beat rather than an actual number. And this kind of is the definition for like a lot of ska music, where we're going to be playing the upstroke and. So it's going to be like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, just like that. Let's hear it in motion now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's with the upstrokes there. Taking a look at our next exercise on the sheet that I'm going to provide to you. This is going to be on 1 and, so essentially it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And in play, it's going to sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, pushing forward. We're going to take a look at the next one. This is where it starts to get tricky. We got to start thinking a little bit outside the box. But here's how it's going to sound. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that we've seen it like that, let's apply some chord transitions over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how that one's going to sound. It's important to note on that one that our chord transitions are actually going to happen while we're kind of doing that chord or that strumming, because it goes 4 and 1 and. But in order to hit it right, we got to go 4 and chord switch 1 and. So that's where we go 4 and 1 and. 4 and 1 and. Just like that. Looking at this last one now, also might be a little bit easier than the last one, but still a bit tricky for the brain when we do the chord transitions. So I'm going to show you how we do it though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Let's apply our chord transitions now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Just like that. All right, that's all for this week, Megan. I hope that gives you enough to kind of work on, stimulate your brain a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. If not, I'll see you next week and we can go over all this stuff in person. All right, have a good one.